Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm Bill Russell, Associate Dean International at the School of Business in the University of Dundee. And today we're very fortunate to be able to talk with Jennifer Prew. Now, she is the Head of Professional Development at the Chartered Banker Institute. I always want to make sure that I get that exactly right. Welcome today, Jennifer. Maybe you could just start off and say, what's your history? How did you end up working for the Chartered Banker Institute?
Thanks, Bill. Yeah, so my history, I started off in retail banking and spent about 20 years there, including a spell as a financial advisor, and also worked as a training consultant. And I've been at the Chartered Banker Institute for approximately 10 years now. And my role there, I deal with the international development and collaboration with overseas banking institutes. I also accredit bank training programs, and I focus on collaborations with universities such as the University of Dundee, where there are high quality banking and financial services degrees.
So I really like the fact that you've had experience in the banking sector before you went into the Chartered Banker Institute. Similar with me, I was a central banker in Australia for the Reserve Bank of Australia for 10 years, and then came and worked in academia here at the University of Dundee. What we're here to talk about today are the programs which have been accredited by the Chartered Banker Institute. And there are 3 which are fully accredited programs. Now, hopefully I've got this right. The MSc International Banking, the MSc International Banking and Finance, and the MSc International Banking Finance Risk and Regulation. And then there's another program, which is the MSc International Banking Finance and Investment Management, which has got associated chartered banker status. Can you just explain a little bit about the difference and what it means to the graduate after they've completed these programs?
Yeah, indeed. So the first 3 have been reviewed by the Institute, and they're granted, graduates are awarded Chartered Banker status on completion. Now, at this point, I will mention that Chartered Banker status can only be awarded by the Chartered Banker Institute. So the key difference with the programme that's awarded Associate Chartered Banker status is simply because there's a slightly different subject areas that are covered in that programme that don't have a direct match across with the key banking syllabus at the Chartered Banker Institute. So simply, Associate Chartered Banker status is a stepping stone to full-blown Chartered Banker status. And for those who fall under the programme where Associate Chartered Banker status is awarded, there is a stepping pathway where they can complete another couple of modules with themselves to attain that full Chartered Banker status.
Okay, so on these 3 programs which are fully accredited, the individual then becomes has Chartered Banker status. Now, how would they show that on their CV? How would they show that on their business card?
Yeah, so it's quite simply, likes of myself, I'm a chartered banker, so it's Jennifer Prew, Chartered Banker, but I'm also entitled to use initials as part of my business card too. So it would be MCBI for Chartered Banker. And for the graduates who come off the other programme, it's simply Associate Chartered Banker, and they can use the initials ACBI. But what it really means, having the professional designation, irrespective of what one it is, it's a fantastic thing to have on your CV. And as the designation is recognised not only through banking organisations in the UK, but also on a global basis, it's that element that can show the individuals, can differentiate them from the other people who are maybe applying for similar roles.
I think that's right. The world is just full of missing information, and the more information that you can provide your employer about who you are and what your skills are, the better. So it's the name of your program, it's the university you go to, it's the degree classification that you get, but also in this case, it's Chartered Banker status, which allows you to indicate that you are actually You have a body of skills which is recognized worldwide. Now, I also understand that the awarding of chartered banker status can only be done by your institution. Is that right, for the whole of the world?
Yeah, absolutely correct. So that's very much the case. And therefore, if you're a chartered banker or an associate chartered banker, it's really a mark of your ethical professionalism, your own personal accountability to ethical professionalism in banking. We've got the global recognition. Our institute works on a global basis with partnerships all across the world, and the status is supported by major global banking organizations.
I guess it's like accounting professional bodies, where there's a lot of accounting and professional bodies within a country, and then you have ACCA, which is worldwide recognition. But the interesting thing here is how your institute is the worldwide institute. It doesn't matter whether you're in Vietnam or China or India or the United States or wherever. And I guess that also aids in transferring yourself around the world if you want a job in a different country.
Yeah, it certainly does. And we actually partner up with a lot of overseas institutes, but our institute's the oldest banking institute in the world. We're the only UK banking institute, but we do have lots of collaborations with institutes in, for example, India, Pakistan. We do a lot of work in Malaysia, Australia, so the brand association carries. So it's a really strong thing to be able to say that not only have you completed the degree with the University of Dundee, but you've also got that professional designation that you can use as well. So it's a fantastic situation that we're all in.
Excellent. Now, can you tell us a little bit about how the CBI helps graduates once they're members?
Yeah, absolutely. When individuals join the programs at the university, they're also made student members of the Chartered Banker Institute. And what that means is they have access to the members section of our website, and that gives them availability of thought leadership. We develop various webcasts, seminars, etc. that they can access, and they're able to access CPD resources, attend events, whether they're online, face-to-face, and it gives the opportunity for networking, which is a really good situation to be in.
Again, incredibly useful that the relationship with the CBI starts as soon as they join the program. What I notice with the students when they come from all over the world to Dundee, the ones which are really focused on employment, back home and around the world, they go to the careers office and the like right from the start. This is another resource which is focused on banking in general.
Absolutely.
Listen, it's been great talking to you today, Jennifer. I hope we can get you back and have another interview on at another time. But thank you very much. You are fabulous and wonderful, and thanks for joining us. Okay.
Thanks very much, Bill. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.